Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review the 2009 Night of the Demons. All hell's going to break loose.
Directed by Adam Gierasch, starring Edward Furlong, Monica Keena, and Shannon Elizabeth, this is a remake of the 1980s classic Night of the Demons. A bunch of teens decide to throw a party in a mansion with a dark past. And unfortunately, some of these teens end up becoming possessed and turn into demons. Bloodthirsty, sex-hungry demons that pass their demonism on by anal sex.
Oh, if you're gonna put it in there, you're gonna need to use
Not all the time, but sometimes. So what do we like? This is a really light-hearted horror movie. It's just boobs and blood. There's a lot of callbacks to the original, and you know, it was a pretty fun time.
To make it fresh, I liked how they just didn't use the same premise, and they created a new reason for why the demons would be there.
I really enjoyed the cast in this movie. It was great seeing Edward Furlong. If you guys don't know Edward Furlong, he's the kid from Terminator 2. I grew my hair long forever because of him.
Other than Edward Furlong, Monica Keena, she is one of my favorite actresses. Like, I have the biggest crush on her. And some of you guys have probably seen her in Freddy vs. Jason, which is another horror film that she was our standout female lead. Just like in this one. It suits her. She played the role well, and she looked good doing it.
Alongside her, we had our head demon, Angela, this time played by Shannon Elizabeth, who you may know from Jack Frost, or probably most of you know her from American Pie as Nadia. And it wouldn't be a proper horror movie, or Halloween movie at least, without some slutty cats.
Fix my whiskers. Slut. Or
And we had that in Diora Bard and Bobby Sue Luther, both of which were distracting in their own way.
Now we got our leads and babes and demons out of the way. We need our comic relief. And John F. Beach, who plays Jason, it's just his facial reactions and how sarcastic he was. There was a few moments in this film where he's just very stunned, and it's hilarious.
We have a throwback to one of my favorite scenes from the first movie, when Linnea Quigley put lipstick inside of her boob. Well, they did it again, and they stepped up their game to make it a little more graphic for the modern audience.
She stuck a lipstick in her boob and it fell out of her pussy.
I like the prosthetics that were used in this film. I thought our demons, they looked creepy. And they all didn't look the same, which was nice. We had ones with horns, we had ones with tentacles, and one with a face just completely ripped off. And the face rip to get to that point, top notch. Like, this was a very, very good scene.
But it was mainly a tease because we've been trying to see those boobs pop out forever, and the moment that they do, they get ripped right off along with her face. There were just some great special effects in general. There's lots of blood. A lot went into this production considering its small budget. And there's also lesbians, girls kissing girls, and my favorite scream queen of all time, Tiffany Shepis. Now let's move on to our dislikes.
This film looked good with its prosthetics. There was some gore, and there's some bad CG that really doesn't fit the whole film.
It's basically that chick from Saw with the bear head trap, just shaking her head a bunch, but this time they shake hands to get rid of their long nails. You know, standard stuff. One of the things I didn't like about this film was something that I didn't like about the first film, is we end up with about 3 characters that are left to fend for themselves a little too early on. People get turned into demons fairly quickly in the film, and then we just have 3 people walking around trying to escape from the demons. It was a little bit more entertaining, but it was still a little slower than I would have liked.
It's just this time they weren't walking through the whole house, they just kind of stayed in one room, which I didn't really like that idea. I thought it would have been cooler to have a more cat and mouse game. They do a lot of things that are logical, but at the same time, you think they're smart enough to know to stay in the room, so why are they leaving to begin with?
Specifically that one guy who's in a room that has a washroom in it, and he's like,
I'm gonna go take a peek.
in that same shot that he says that, you can see a toilet. This place looks disgusting. Blood was running down the walls. There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, there was a tub full of blood. Just go where you want to go.
Piss in the blood.
Another thing this film lacked was the demon interaction. Like, they had a few fight scenes, but I felt there should have been more, because like the threat really wasn't there. And if you're not feeling that threat, then you're not feeling that urgency for them to just go to the next point.
And this isn't a spoiler, because the demons don't die here. But Monica Keena kind of steps up to be the badass.
Come and get me, motherfuckers.
she loads up her shotgun and she shoots a bunch of demons and just drops them all like pretty quickly. Or she's got 6 shots, she got 6 demons, takes them all out, they don't even touch her, not even a problem.
I wasn't a fan of how Shannon Elizabeth got possessed. She was bitten by a skeleton, and it just felt weird because you're thinking Night of the Demons, they're gonna do a seance, they're gonna look in a mirror, like something's gonna happen to establish like these demons. And she goes for a gold tooth in a skeleton and gets bitten. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. The Night of the Demons remake is actually one of those movies that I think is a little bit more superior than the original. I know, you're gonna hate me, but fuck it. I think this is better than the first one. This movie had great characters, cool looking demons. We also had like a bunch of blood and just some badass chicks running around, either as demons or kicking demon ass. I did hold issue with some of the slower parts of this film because it kind of played out similar to the original, but it was still a pretty fun time. It's lighthearted, you can drink with your buddies and enjoy a stupid horror movie. So I'm gonna give this 3.5 inappropriate Linnea Quigley booty distractions out of 5.
Night of the Demons is actually a fun remake. I think they did a great job catering to both audience because you have all the stuff from the original that we're gonna appreciate the nostalgic value, and they've catered it to the modern audience by upping their game with the kills and the demon look and the story. We also had beautiful babes. I also felt that the location and the house looked really awesome, but also we only got to experience like 1 or 2 rooms in the house, which was a downfall. And considering that the story and the premise was kind of the same as the original, not much really happened other than at the beginning and the end, that the middle's kind of dry. But it's still a good film and it's a lot of fun, and I do recommend it. So with that being said, I'm gonna give this 3.5 super sexy wine sips out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film. Did you like this more than the original? Battle it out. And if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything Bloodbath and beyond.